What's up, fam? I know it's been a minute since you've seen a video from me. Well, the reason I've been silent for so long is coming up right after this. Vanguard. Vanguard the Blackguard. All right, this is what was going on. Around mid-2021, I released an EP, and it started to gain a lot of traction, and this was my first independent release. Everything I did prior was distributed by a label, so this was my test. The next thing I know, KJLH picked it up, which is a big station out here in LA, Biggs Radio in Chicago. She has like 20 affiliate stations that she was playing it on. Steve Harris, he broadcast online, and he's over there in London, England, if I'm correct. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, France, but I think he's in London, England. And as well as a bunch of other stations were playing, like online presence. And one company in particular reached out to me. They do marketing and distribution. And they come to me with a plan because they really liked what I was doing. I know that's famous words. They all say that kind of thing, right? But they said, hey, we really like what you're doing, and with the right push, we think this can go far, kind of stuff like that. So I'm like, all right, cool. But they were wondering, do I have any more music coming out? I'm like, yeah, I do have a lot more that I'm still kind of working on. But right at this time, my cousin was in the hospital. Now, he's got this disease when he was around 9 or 10, and every year he goes to the hospital for treatments. And sometimes, he may be a little under the weather, but he's always gotten better. But this time, he wasn't getting better. He was getting worse and worse and worse. So, the family was really concerned, and I had to tell, this distribution company that, hey, my heart is just not in this right now. I explained what was going on with my cousin, and I'm going to have to try to, I'm going to need more time, basically, because I can't do this right now. My head is not in the right space. I'm just thinking about my cousin, hoping, that he pulls out of this funk that he's in right now with his health. You know what I mean? So they were like, oh yeah, of course, we understand. And then they asked me, well, how much time do you think you'll need? And I'm like, bruh, I have no idea. Right? At this time, I have no idea what's going on. So, at this point, I'm visiting with my cousin, and, his health is still declining. He's not doing good. So I pull into this gas station to, top off the tank and kind of clear my head before my ride home. And as I'm sitting here, next thing I know, this muscle car pulls up behind me. And I'm like, what's going on over here? And dude has this camera in his hand, and I'm like, all right, what is this about? And turns out this guy he's a vlogger. He's a YouTuber, and we sat there and chopped it up. He's real cool people.
Get to where I'm at. I got a couple hit videos.
Right.
Hit 1 million. Well, one of them hit 1 million.
Right.
I was surprised as hell, but I was like, you just got to post.
Right.
It ain't even like it's nothing I can really tell you, because you're gonna learn more posting.
Right.
And then as you post more, you learn more.
Gotcha.
That's all it is to it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden you're gonna see videos that you didn't even think was gonna go up, and the ones that you thought was gonna go up may not even do nothing.
Exactly.
That's why you just gotta post.
All right, brother.
All right, man. Nice meeting you, baby.
Nice meeting you too.
All right.
Yeah, meeting KT right at that moment was the perfect distraction I needed to get me back home. And while I was riding back home, I remember thinking, thinking of new ideas to record for like videos and music ideas and stuff like that. I know as a rider, you always want to be concentrating on the road. Of course, I'm always doing that. But it's like driving in your car and listening to music. That's not hard to do. Just as long as you don't have a bunch of visual distractions, should be good. But yeah, man, meeting KT, man, that was cool. But unfortunately, 3 days after I made this video, my cousin passed away. He was super into sports. He was a high school basketball coach as well. He coached a bunch of different sports, track, all kinds of stuff. And yeah, man, he was funny. Love the Raiders too. He will be missed. So at this time, I'm working on my cousin's funeral when I'm supposed to be working on my music project for the distribution and marketing company. And I told them I'm going to need more time. They understood. And one thing I didn't anticipate is after my cousin's funeral was over, all my creativity was gone. I mean, everything. I could do mechanical stuff, but as far as creating something, I just couldn't do it. So I had to call the distribution company and tell them that, and basically all the momentum that I had built up to that point was wasted. Dang. So about a year and a half goes by, and my other cousin, who's been fighting with cancer, is she got put on hospice care. And, you know, she had fought the good fight for many, many, many years. But unfortunately, again, hospice care, you know what's about to happen. She passes away. And I can't let the same thing happen to me that happened with my cousin Rob happen again. I just can't. And I am trying to stay creative as I'm working on her funeral. I'm looking for anything to keep my creative juices flowing. You know what I mean? And one of the people I watch on YouTube, she's a music attorney, but she's also a musician. And she decides that they're going to have this music competition for one of the songs they just made.
We released our latest song, Say To Me, and we are having a remix contest. We have a lot of producers and artists that like to do this kind of stuff. And like you said, we want to highlight you, feature you.
So here's an overview. This is misskrystle.com/remix. We made it super easy, literally my website, and then it's /remix.
So I'm like, great. This is exactly what I need to keep me focused. Now, I can't start working on the remix right now because I'm still working on my cousin's funeral, and I have other projects that I need to get out the way so I can concentrate on this remix. So I'm like, I got time. The deadline's not for a while. I got time to get to it. Famous last words, right? So to hear what happens next, please like and subscribe, and Lord's will, I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.